Bhashyam Drishya Swarupam Uchyate. So next sutra is going to discuss what is Drishya first. Prakasha Kriya Sthiti Sheelam Bhutendriyatmakam
इंद्रियात्मकं
Bhogapavargartha Drishyam
भोगपवर्गार्थं दृश्यं
Prakasha Kriya Sthiti Sheelam
प्रकर्षक्रियास्थितिचिरं
Bhutendriyatmakam
भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं
Bhoga Apavargartham Drishyam.
भोगपवर्गार्थं दृश्यं
Uttamam. So this sutra now says, what is drishyam? The drishya that we see in samsara. What is this? What are we seeing around us? What exactly is this? Prakasha Kriya Sthiti Sheelam. That discusses the swarupa of the drishyam. What? So first part of the sutra, that is Prakasha Kriya Sthiti Sheelam, discusses the swarupa. Bhutendriyatmak discusses the bhed. Means दृश्य कैसा है तो भूतेन्द्रियात्मक है. How is the दृश्य? दृश्य is भूतेन्द्रियात्मक. And what is the fruit of this? Why does दृश्य samsara exist? So bhoga apavargartham drishyam, for bhoga and apavarga.
Are you fine?
Yes. Prakasha kriya sthiti sheelam. Now prakasha sheelam sattvam. Prakasha shila sattvam. Kriya shila, what is being talked about? Raja. Sthiti sheelam, tamas is talked about. So prakasha, kriya and sthiti. So if I say what is the swarup of samsara, it is these three: sattva, raja and tamas. Let's go word by word. Prakasha, illumination. Kriya, activity. Sthiti, inertia. Sheelam, having the nature of bhuta, elements. Indriya, senses. Atmakam, having the nature of bhoga, experience. Apavarga, liberation. Artham, object. Purpose. And drishyam, the knowable. So that which is knowable has the nature of illumination, activity and inertia. So we are discussing the knower and the knowable, the seer and the seen. So in this sutra, the seen, the knowable is discussed. It consists of the senses and elements and exists for the purpose of providing either liberation or experience to Purusha. Means what? Let's understand this further with the Bhashya. प्रकाशशीलं सत्वं, क्रियाशीलं रजः, स्थितिशीलं तमः इति एते गुणाः परस्पर उपरक्त विभागः संयोग विभाग धर्मण इतर इतर प्रयशेण अपर्जित मूर्तयः परस्पर अंगांगित्वेन आयसमनि अशक्ति विभाग स्तुल्य जातीय शक्त भेदा नापुतानिह प्रधान वेलयाम उपदर्शित सत्व सन्निधाना गुणत्वे अपि च व्यापार मात्रेण प्रधान अनिर तनुम इति स्थिताः पुरुषार्थ कर्तव्याः प्रयुक्त सामर्थ्य सन्निधि मात्रो परिकरणो अयस्कांत मणिकल्पाः प्रत्ययम अंतरेण एकात्यसम्य वृत्ति मनुर्वृत्ति मानाः प्रधान शब्दवाच्य भवन्ति एतद् दृश्यम् इति उच्यते. So this sutra says the pradhana is the samya avastha. The scene is what? The pradhana, the prakriti that we are talking about. What is it? The samya avastha, equilibrium of the gunas. They are all in equilibrium in that state. So if you recall the Sankhya chart, what comes immediately after Purusha and Prakriti? Mahat or Buddhi. So this sutra discusses the Mahat or Buddhi principle, intellect. We were discussing the cosmic intelligence. And in the last session, we discussed about Ayaskanta Mani, magnet. So simply being closest to the Prakriti, what happens? Whatever is seen, the Purusha takes oneself to be the owner of it. So I am not the seer. Whatever I see is mine. What is the difference? Instead of realizing I am the seer, whatever is seen is mine. That is the experience. So whenever we discuss about gunas, the first part of the sutra, here we see one guna is pradhana always. And the one which is pradhana, one which is dominant, helps us realize what is less. The guna which is pradhana. So if sattva guna is pradhana in you, what will you realize? Raja and tama, naturally. So whichever guna is pradhana in us, it helps us realize the, not the absence, but lessening of the other gunas. So there cannot be a perfect position where only one guna remains or only one guna prevails. Always there will be all the three gunas present. Therefore, when we wake up from sleep, we are aware of the tamo guna during the nidra avastha. So one guna which is pradhana and gauna, right? Two key terms. Pradhana, dominant, gauna, the one which are at the least. Dominant and least. So what is this? What are these nature of guna? These gunas are working together, but they don't mix. That is, they are paraspar virodhi. We call them paraspar virodhi. But only when it comes to liberation, they all come together. So they are a team, but they are opposites. For example, we take the lamp, the flame, which is element fire, oil, which is water, and the lamp itself made out of earth, are three together coming to provide the light. The jiva is the same. These gunas, the bhutas, they all come together. For what? For the light to realization. To see the seer, not the seen. To be aware of the power of seeing, of the light, not what is seen in the light. So they work together, but they don't mix. Paraspar virodhi, but paraspar sanyogi. They help each other. And why are they helping each other? What is the reason for it? The reason is to either provide experience or liberation to the Purusha. Both. There is a choice. Either provide experience of the world or liberation. Experience or liberation. That is the reason for the one that is seen. So what is this samsara? Samsara is guna in murti bhava. These three gunas having a form and shape. And how do we know these three gunas have form and shape? Because of the light of the seer. See, where the light doesn't fall, that area is not known to us, it's not visible. So out of the earth only, also, wherever the light falls, only that area is seen. So what do we see in this sutra? The light of the seer falls on the objects, giving them form, certain shape. And how are these shapes? Uncountable. All these three gunas and panchamahabhutas are constantly changing. So all the forms possible. Our thoughts also have a form. So the objects we see outside also have forms and they are ever changing. So Murti Bhava Prapti, just write Murti. Murti means a form, earthly form. Murti Bhava Prapti. So for every work, one guna is pradhana. How do we work? Whenever one guna is pradhana, unless one of them is pradhana, one of them is dominant, we cannot do anything. If all three are in equilibrium, we will not be motivated to experience or rise above experience. So what are these gunas giving us? Two things: experience and rising above experience. Both they are good. They are giving us. So ek kal, ek desha, ek jnana. Ek kal, at one time, ek desh, one place, ek jnana, knowledge of one. At one time, you can only experience one guna in its dominance. And whatever is dominant is also giving us the knowledge of the both, which are gauna. So prakasha, what is pra? Pra is to do dhatu with light. Prakriti, light, or one which comes before. First light reaches and then the object is revealed. So prakriti, before creation, or prakhyat, khyat. Pradhana, the is to hold in Sanskritam. So pradhana, one which has held the light in dominance. That means one which is shining brilliantly. So we see paraspara sanyoga whenever they are in proximity with the purusha, there is bhoga and apavarga, both provided by the gunas. Okay, let's write something interesting. Write pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. You know what is pa, pa, ba, bha, ma? The sounds created using the touch of tongue and the lips, the mouth organ. So, pa represents papa, punya. Write it. Pa, papa, punya. Ha represents phalam. B represents bandhan or bondage. Bha represents bhoga, experience. Ma represents marana. Pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. Pa, papa or punya, good, meritorious or non-meritorious deeds. Pha, phalam, fruits of these deeds. Ba, bandhan, that is bondage. Bha, bhoga, that is experience. And ma, marana, that is death. So, Prakriti provides bhog and apavarga. What is apavarga? Pavarga जिसमें ना हो उस अवस्था को अपवर्ग कहते हैं. Call them as pavarga. Pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. They are known as pavarga. Sanskrit itself is not different than the Sankhya. So in Sanskritam, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. All of these, when we see them, we know that they give bhoga. And what is apavarga? Moksha. When we are devoid of these pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. So the role of Prakriti, samsara, the one which is seen, is what? To give this both to the seer, to the one who is knowing. Bhoga and apavarga. Bhoga and apavarga. And how do you attain this bhoga? From bhoga to apavarga? Just write pancha makara, right? Pancha makara. Ma is a syllable ma in Sanskritam. Makara. We don't say ma, we say makara. So pancha makara. Pancha makara. In bracket, right? त्याग करना है, to sacrifice. त्याग करना है, to sacrifice. क्या त्याग करना है? मास. First makara, mass. The flesh. Any consumption of flesh. Madhira. Any kind of intoxicant. Mass. Madhira. Mudra. Money. Dhan. Matsar. Anger towards others. And Maithun, wastage of the sexual energies. So, Panchamakar tyajya hai, tyag karna hai. They are to be given up. What are these Panchamakara? Masa, Madira, Mudra, then Matsara and Maithuna. Now, Panchagakara. The moment you give them or give them up, Panchagakara, grahan karna hai. You have to absorb. What to absorb? Panchagakara. You have to absorb through these instruments the knowledge of Prakriti. What are these? This is I'm giving you a very, very sacred understanding from my own notes, which I have created on the Sutra. This is just for you, okay? So, how do I know what is samsara? Kaise grahan karu? Panchagakara, right? Go, ma, cow, go, 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 the cow, yes, go. Ganga, next, Ganga. Third, Gayatri. Gayatri. Fourth, Guru. And fifth, Govinda. So for Apavarga, these 5 Gakara, Pancha Gakara are helpful. What are the Pancha Gakara? Starting from Gau, then
Ganga.
Ganga, then Gayatri, then Guru, then Govinda. ये 5 का सानिध्य नित्य हो। 5 का सानिध्य क्यों करना है नित्य? गौ मतलब क्या? गौ का सानिध्य क्यों चाहिए? वाई यू हैव टू बी इन प्रॉक्सिमिटी टू द काउ? सो वी हैड दिस for sadhana in karma yoga. Every ashram had their own gaushala. What happened in the gaushala? The one who just entered the ashram, you know, who just began learning, just a young sannyasin, young yogi, who there is prabal ichha to be a sannyasi, but there is no knowledge. For such a person, waking up early, 3 a.m. in the morning, washing the cow, milking the cow. After milking the cow, preparing curd out of that milk. After preparing the curd, preparing the ghee out of that milk. And after making the ghee, lighting a lamp with that ghee prepared from obtaining the cow's milk gave consistency. It developed patience, gave consistency, and this student had to light that diya and then give it to the guru for teaching. So every day ritual was what? Milking the cow by one's own hand, then preparing the curd out of that milk, then preparing the ghee out of that curd, that is clarified butter, and with that ghee lighting a lamp to see the light. So in this process, when the student went through this process every day, realized that the chitta became very sthir, because this is a continuous process. For 7-8 hours of concentration was trained. The student, new student, young monk was inculcated onto 7-8 hours of concentrated, focused mind with this process. So when I say Gau, if you're a seeker who finds oneself in what state of mind, which is flickering state of mind, vyuthana chitta, filled with lot of vrittis, what is the first karma yoga? Gau upasana. Gau upasana means you reach from the washing of the cow to the lighting of the lamp stage every single day. And when that lamp shines, there actually in the student's mind also there was the knowledge that shined, because the flame was the one which the student had created. So this joy of creating one's own flame was in the student. Therefore, we take Gau. Gau. So Gauma, Ganga, Gayatri. Gayatri mantra morning and evening. Then Govinda and Guru. These 5 we have to accept, grahan karna hai as a instruments to apavarga. Now write Pancha Sakara. Pancha Sakara. Until we realize this Pancha Sakara Abhyasa, right? Abhyasa. Your daily practice. What you have to practice? Pancha Sakara. What are they? Sajag. You have to be aware and alert at every point. Sajag, aware of what? How the 3 gunas are working. Which is pradhana in this moment. Every day maintain a diary. So many times I say maintain a diary, which is pradhana. Sajag. Then अपने आप को संभालो. कैसे? शास्त्रों से. Prevent yourself from making further mistakes or putting yourself in further darkness in life. How? Through the Shastras. So first Sakara. What is the first Sakara?
Sajag.
All of you are mute.
Be aware of three.
Sajag. Sajag. Yes. After Sajag?
Shastra.
Shastra. Yes. Third. Sudhar. Right? Sudhar. क्या सुधारना है? अहम वृत्ति, अहंकार. Sudhar. How I am working on myself, how I am improving on my own tendencies. किसको सुधारना है? खुद को सुधारना है. What needs to be improved? The self. Then sankalpa. Sankalpa. Every day one strong thought resolution. Sankalpa of sattva. Then sadhanas. Sadhana. Last is sadhana. So, to understand the Prakriti, the samsara, I have given you this instrument. What is this instrument? Panchamakara, Panchakakara, and Panchasakara. And what is this samsara? What is it going to do to you? Pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. In Sanskritam, every letter has a lot of depth and meaning. For us, only these are sufficient for today. Why we are discussing this? Because we are discussing the one which is seen. What is the nature of this Prakriti? Swattava, Rajatama. When they are together, what are the possibilities? What do we see? We see pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. Till mrityu, they give us all of it. प वर्ग का ना होना ही आप वर्ग है liberation. How to attain it? Then we have panchamakara, panchakakara, and panchasakara as mentioned. We will continue learning tomorrow. If you have questions, you may ask now. I hope I'm audible. Our neighbors are on holiday, so I'm trying my best to make myself audible. Yes.
I
Do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a question, G. So can you repeat the last Pancha Sakara? Because I have 4.
What have you written?
So the be aware of the 3 guna, so pradhana, with the pradhana's dominance, sudharna, sankalpa, and sadhana. And the first one.
Sankalpa sadhana. Sajaga is to remain aware and alert. Have you written sajaga?
Okay, yeah. So it's the okay.
Sajaga. Sajaga, to remain aware. Sajaga, रहना, अपने आप को संभालना. How? Through shastras. So sajaga, shastras.
Okay.
Then changes or improvement. Where? When we act through the ego sense, ahamkara. Mistakes I make due to ego sense, changes to that. Then sankalpa and sadhana. These are the pancha sakaras.
Thank you.
We will continue learning tomorrow.